Wait to raise our fist in victory, because this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Kati tusimbudde. I say kati tusimbudde. This is it. This is a battle between the past and the future. I say this again, this is the battle between the past and the future, between the old and the new, between slavery and freedom. This is the defining moment. So, I want you to know, Ugandans, that power is in your hands. And it is this time where you choose to trust that power in a person that you decide. This is a mission to freedom. I say this again, this is a mission to freedom, not a mere election. We are removing a dictator. Say that after me. We are removing a dictator, and we are doing this peacefully and constitutionally and legally, because we know that our laws provide for that. If we were born and there was no constitution in Uganda, we would bow to slavery. But when I read the constitution, it guarantees all this. When I remember what President Museveni said when he was my age, he said, what do you do when a regime has closed all avenues of peaceful change? Well, we have an avenue of peaceful change, and we know the world is watching us. We are going to be free. I say we are going to be free. And now, very fast.
Good afternoon, everybody. Demik is as always. Uganda is going through turbulent times. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing. I'm pleased that today I saw my president. He's back in Uganda. But unfortunately, the video, the network disappeared and I couldn't see what was going on. I don't know. And I haven't been able to catch up. But the only few seconds I caught up with is like the person interviewing our president is only concerned on little things. Whom did you go with? Our president had to explain. Did he have to explain that? Come on, journalists, Uganda, anywhere, please get back to politics. We need people to ask our leaders. Our leader has always been available for questions, has always answered questions politically. If you go back to the speech of nation he gave, that was bombastic, that was big, mega. He talked about politics in numbers, politics in a problem, politics in a solution. What far do you need? However, it is like, for me, I just come to know, not to know, but every day I'm knowing how big NUP is. Because people, they pretend as if they don't care about NUP, as if they don't know about NUP, as if they are not going to talk about NUP. But eventually, we are in their faces. They can't go anywhere. And then they come to ask the details about our president, what he was doing, why did he take so and so. But he's been very humble to reply to that. So for me, my side is like, Uganda is going into turbulent times. If you are flying in the sky, you get to a point where the airplane is shaking up and down from side to side. Turbulent. Once you get in the turbulent, everybody becomes concerned. And as we stand for now, all Ugandans are concerned about what is going in Uganda. There is no doubt about that. Let it be NRM, let it be ministers. Uganda is under turbulent times. It's shaking, it's nose diving, it's up and down. You don't know what is going to happen. So when we talk about who, of course you know, but let me talk about them into these terms. Who are these people taking Uganda into turbulent time, taking Uganda into a crisis, but we can't come out? The problem we have got leaders who are not willing to listen, who are not willing to change. However, NUP has got a leader who is open for change, who is open to start new generation. And this is what we are saying to other people, that Ugandans, we National Unity Platform, our theme is New Uganda. We want to bring New Uganda. If we ever hate what is going on, Brothers and sisters, transform yourself. Force yourself to like what you think you should not like. We are not here to make like friends, wish, but we have to be friends, and then we become as you all Ugandans, and then we harmonize, then we talk to each other, then we sit side by side. So Uganda is going into turbulent times. You like it or not? It's shaking. By who? This is the people I want to talk about. By who? Of course, you know. By who? Obviously, it's Museveni. So how? Museveni is a pathological liar. He has promised the Ugandans over 1,000 promises. Those are unfulfilled. He promises people petty promises like a hose, like a pads, all these small things. We were promised radio, we are promised TV. In 1988, he came and said he's going to build a railway station. Where is it? It's not there. Now it's about like 32 years. Where is the railway station? He has promised the middle income before. It hasn't come. He has promised Nova Some, but Nova Some is not correct. He's leading a government which is swelling up on the budget, on our treasury, but they are not delivering. We don't mind paying people. We don't mind paying Ugandans good money. But do we get value for money? We are not getting value for money. The yardstick is against Museveni in all ways because the word effectiveness and efficiency is catching him. If you ask Usain Bolt to run a distance of 100 meters and he runs it for 2 minutes, that is not Usain Bolt. That is not a sprint. So what is happening that Uganda now, they are proud of the small chunk, crusty, the what rubbish. They tell them that we have done this for you. That is bringing you to a beggar's belief. It should be you have been in power, you come to bring a fundamental change. Let us have a fundamental change. Are you taking us before you went to the bush? Are you worse than those people? You go out, is the economy doing very well? Do we have good schools? Do you have good hospitals? Do you create jobs, sensible jobs? So what do you mean? Are you eradicating, are you fighting corruption? But what we understand, Museveni is encouraging corruption. So the word yardstick does not add up from 7 because effectiveness, all these roads which are being built, they break up in one day. Effectiveness, we have got Chinese infractive what? Fake products. They come and do the job. They are not doing a good job. So effectiveness is not there. And efficiency, how good it is not there. So the yardstick from 7, it's like he came 1986. Fortunately, he came in January. By celebration of independence, we should have something to show. Nothing is there for now until now. He has been in power for all our years, like 30% of a century. He's been in power. So, and we've been into what for 59 years. So, just subtract 59 minus 32. He has got no place to hide. So this is the who. When we come to politics, we ask that word, who. So who is Museveni? Who is Museveni? This is how I can describe Museveni. Museveni is a person who came in power in 1986, and they find there that during Amin, we had no debt. Now we have a debt which is swelling up. Our university standards were up to Cambridge. Now it's no longer up to Cambridge. People, they are getting poor and poor. The population is getting higher and higher. There is no family planning to the people. The parliament was too small. Now we have a big parliament. Now he has made politics as a job, not people serving Uganda. He's making the army as a solution for Uganda. It's not a solution for Uganda. He's encouraging his ministers to be corrupt. And he wants Uganda, other Ugandans, they are not having that. His family is in charge in most of the biggest positions. So nepotism is taking over Uganda. So this is the man, Museveni, who changed and took away our term limits, who took away the age limit, who thinks he should be the only president, who terrorizes and tortures those who challenge him. This is who relies on emotions only, who Museveni, who does not respect our constitution, which says before you stand for president, Article 102A, you must be born in Uganda. Article 102, you must be not over 75. So our article is requesting for his academic qualification. So this is a man who obeys the constitution. This is a man who appoints his only judges, that they are not there for judiciary, they are not there to give justice, but that is the Museveni. I could speak for Museveni. This is Museveni who likes to hear only good things about him, because Museveni suffers from, they call it narcissist syndrome. Narcissist syndrome. That is when you want to hear good things about you, when you want people to do the way you want to do, when everything should be in your favor. That is a narcissist syndrome. And the way it is, he's not giving up power, he's not listening to everybody. But who? Then he's created his own who's. He's created his own branches. In order to fight a dictator, we must cut off the branches. And who are these branches? I normally say these who, Matia Kasaja. Who is Matia Kasaja? Matia Kasaja is the finance minister. He's number 2 in the pocket. His number 2 is always number 2. Once the leader is announced, you must announce your finance minister. And everything has gone in Uganda economically, bad or good, is about Matia Kasaja. He lacks accountability. Matia Kasaja went to Morocco 2 days ago. Why did he go to Morocco? In Uganda, we have a factory which makes mobile phones. But all the phones which were manufactured in Uganda, we exported it to Morocco. Those phones should be sold in Uganda. So when Matia Kasaja went to Morocco, what did he learn about? Matia Kasaja is one of the reasons that Uganda has got financial woes, because as we stand for now, poverty is pinching every Uganda. Uganda, we are the 3rd poorest country. And on top of that, he's called Mr. Loan, Mr. Borrowing. He is borrowing money left and right. So Uganda is into a big debt. This is who Matia Kasaja, that I call every day, he should resign. Matia Kasaja, if you go and read the tweet by Comrade Arimadi, Matia Kasaja lied to IMF that so far he has collected 3 billion, I don't know whether in shillings or dollars, from Uganda and those who have been corrupt. But he couldn't mention who those people that were caught into corruption. Because when they had the last loan, one of the conditions IMF said to them is to bring accountability and make sure that government officials, they should declare their assets, their incomes. So what he's telling IMF lies. If you say I collected 3 billion, he should be able to say who did he collect those billions from. Are they Diana Twine? Where did he borrow that money? So Matia Kasaja, who comes into my number 2, because Uganda is the poorest in number 3. I think we're going to be number 1. Now they are lying to people we are having middle income. We have never got there. We will never get there because we haven't set the standards. We don't know how to do it. You cannot get to middle income the way Uganda is. And the Ministry of Finance, we are borrowing too much money. We have 20 billion US dollars. So Matia Kasaja even is calling himself Minister of Borrower. He borrows, he doesn't pay back. Our debt is going up and up and up. Idi Amin was a primary 3 pupil. He left Uganda with that debt. Uganda was running very well. The coffee price, the value was better than today. And during Amin, he was under sanction. But he did find a way. This is what really freaks me, that the government of Museveni has become with the title that it is not possible. That is the problem we have. Everything for them is not possible. Before I go to my number 3, everything for them is not possible. Matia Kasaja, when you talk about, he has become Mr. Loan, and he has become poor economy. Matia Kasaja gives the excuse as number 1. Hello, PK. Can you run upward? Nice to see you. Sorry, PK. I'll speak to you. Matia Kasaja, as we speak for now, he has become Mr. Excuse. When we come to sign OTT, he said I was out of the country. And Museveni was reading 1% of OTT, next time 0%, and then when they went in parliament, they rescinded that to 1%. So Matia Kasaja, everything he washes his hands. When we had the age limit, we must have had the certificate of finance. That one satisfies that the country has got enough money to run the changes they want, to go and consult, to go the changes from removing that act of which says you cannot be a president of 75. Matia Kasaja disappeared. He said he wasn't there. And then few weeks ago, he was lamenting to Uganda, I don't have money to run the what? To run the new cities. Why did he? This is a who man that I'm talking about. Why did he do it? As a minister of finance, you stand up your legs and he said, no, I'm not going to pay that money. No, we shouldn't go with the cities. And then last year, when he had a pre-budget, he was telling the whole nation that NRM, they forced him to add extra units, to go into quotas, to cut down other constituencies, but financially we couldn't afford it. Matia Kasaja knows. Matia Kasaja is person behind Entebbe Airport, the loan we took for Chinese. If you like it or not, Chinese now they own Entebbe Airport because they took over and now they are paying themselves. So that is Matia Kasaja. Airline couldn't pay. Airline ran out of fuel. Airline into crisis. Every day, Matia Kasaja was taken in Konsase, and then they find out he stolen 9 billion, and then 9 billion, and then they say leave us, then we can negotiate back. Then when Joel Osanyonyi holds him accountable, then he say, you young. What do you call you young, Matia Kasaja? We are young, we are not young. We are good enough to run our country. We are good enough to do. If you are older, find a place for you to be older and handle yourself. This is why I like somehow the system of Britain. They have got the House of Lords. If you've got all these people giving you trouble like Kiza Besigye, Matia Kasaja, if you want to stay in politics ahead, they give you to go in the House of Lords, which is a big place because there is no bill which is passed in the UK without going through the House of Lords. But we've got these people at the forefront. Matia Kasaja as who you have taken Uganda down, and you be one of the people to give us accountability. Because we shall never accept this. As who is another who? I'm going to talk about 3-4 more people. Who? Janet Museveni. Education. If the country is on good education foundation, it has got a chance as big as possible to develop, to contain the country, to know how you run the country. But for 10 years, she's been a minister. The yardstick is against her. Efficiency and effectiveness. Let her tell me what has she done. Let her tell me how good is made our education. Let her tell us, give us accountability. The money where she has gone. There is money which was given in lockdown. Kapshega took it to the parliament and told him to make books. Kapshega didn't make books. So what are we? So Janet, what is your job? You are inconvenienced. For you to come to the parliament, you want people to not to have smartphone, not to say anything, not to park. For you to go to Ministry of Headquarters, that one which is near Parliament Haven, you say staff they should not park in a car park for 2 days. So who are you? All these things we are going to have NUP to transform our country. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We are bold. We are bold. We are courageous. We are saying we are paying 1 million shillings as a minimum for teachers, plus incentives. We're going to give you good housing, good transportation, and it's doable. The money is there. But what is happening with the NRM, the difference between NUP and NRM continue to sink into debt. NRM continue to say they don't have any solution. They are stagnant. They are frozen. There is nothing to do. No teachers pay. But a minister, Janet Museveni, earns 15 million. Does she really need that money? Why would we pay that money for her? Can she give us value for 15 minutes? Then a teacher, you pay them peanut, meager wages, and you expect them to deliver. You cannot expect them to deliver. That is a fact. Janet Museveni, you are detached. Janet Museveni, you are off reality. Janet Museveni, you don't deserve to be Minister of Education. There are so many Ugandans who deserve. You've got all these ministers, sub-ministers, PS. I don't understand it. Do we really need them? What do they add on to that? Education, where do you think this education is taking us? Being a wife of Museveni does not entitle you to be a minister. Being a wife of Museveni does not tell you should not resign if things they go. Being a wife of Museveni doesn't mean you understand everything. You have proven for 10 years yardstick. It shows you don't understand anything. 10 years, it shows you don't qualify to be as a minister. Whether minister of chicken, whether minister of caterpillars, you don't qualify to be a minister, and you are never a civil servant. A civil servant walk on the public road. Don't stop traffic. What are you teaching our children? We need to teach them things that they can take on. So Janet Museveni as who? Taking education down. Janet Museveni as who? There is no school. All schools, they are still under trees. Nothing under construction. All schools, they are starving. Children, they don't have shoes. But now, what we are becoming, we are a nation of beggars. We are relying too much on donation. It shouldn't be that way, Janet Museveni. We should be able to survive on our means. Magufuli did it, and they got to middle income. But everything, we can't do it. We don't have. We have money. The parliament is too big. For a start, the parliament is too big. The cabinet of NRM is too big. NRM, you are borrowing, you are buying people left and right. We need to change this narrative. You need to allow NUP to come in power. We transform, because we are people-centered government. We aim, one of our objectives is to deliver services universal and quality to everybody. And education, our principal, our president has always said, is going to be number one, is going to tackle to transform our country, is going to put our country on a good foundation. This is why we have 4 quad A, Janet. What does NRM have? We have got 4 quad A. We have got academics, arts, athletics, and agriculture. Agriculture contributes 70% to our economy. What has NRM done? Mr. Museveni as who? What have you done? Matia Kasajja, what have you done? At this moment, Matia Kasajja, you should say we invest more money in agriculture. We revamp. Now all the food is rotting in Rusakara Mese. Everything is going away. So what are you doing? Subsidize, pay less taxes. Our president came, gave a speech of nation, and told you what to do. You should pick it up from him. You keep on calling him a young man. He's not a young man. He's qualified to be a president of Uganda. If Finland has got a prime minister of 36 years, what about Uganda? Macron was born when Museveni came in power. Macron of France was 8 years. Now he's the president of France. So what do you want? You cannot die into what? So who? Janet, you are taking Uganda into turbulent times. because this time we should go back to when I went to school, that I used to have a pen, a book, a uniform, and a lunch at school. We should go back to that. Uganda has got lots of food. You want to tell me, come with a policy, come with the working policies, invite the communities to supply food, invite the mama, create jobs for people to cook food at school, and you see how it's going to pan out. But so far, you haven't tried anything. Anything for you is impossible. When it comes to get money, you are the first to take the check. And when that check comes, we don't see where that check is about. So, Janet Museveni, these people who I say them as who, because we need to know. Now I've just told you who Museveni is. I know you know who Museveni is. And I'm telling you who Matia Kasaja who should resign. Matia Kasaja is my friend. He has replied to me and said, I better stop calling him to resign. But I said, I'm not going to stop unless he resigns. So somehow, somewhere, you see, the way we see things are different. You see, I've just heard that maybe Boris Johnson is going to resign today. So what's the problem? Resignation is not a problem. Resignation gives you a leeway that tomorrow you can come back and you don't lose all your incentive. But in Uganda, you want to sleep, you want to die in chair. So Janet Museveni as who? Janet Museveni is detached. He doesn't care. Janet Museveni has got children, has got grandchildren, but he doesn't know that education matters. She doesn't know she shouldn't be a minister of education. Janet Museveni, of all ministries, why did you choose? When I saw Namboze saying Sebugwao, you shouldn't choose a minister of ICT. So I don't know what ministry Janet Museveni should give you. Because when you come for education, it means building our country. It means putting a strong foundation on a country through education. So these are dismantlers. The one I'm telling you, dismantlers, Museveni. I've told you and everybody knows. Dismantler, another one is Matia Kasaja. Dismantler is Janet Museveni. You cannot twat, you cannot spoil Minister of Education as bad as it is, Banang. You cannot. If you want a country to prosper, if you want a country to develop, you must invest a lot of money in education. Janet Museveni, you tell me, we have got 3 financial years, 2019 to 2020, 2020 to 2019, to 21, 21 to 2022, we were still in lockdown. By budget, we are being passed. Where did you put that money? Tell me. Where did you put that money? Where did that go? The schools were closed. Sincerely, Janet Museveni, you don't qualify with failure. You like it or not. You kill me, you kill other people. That is up to you. Your legacy is bad. You cannot be a minister of education if you don't want to pay. So now, Nina, I'm coming. So Luther Change, who? Abokambagate babiri. Diana Twina and Luther Change. Diana Twine knows me personally. You know me, Diana Twine. My Diana Twine, the moment I reminded her wherever she closed on me. But I don't mind. Diana Twine, you know me very well. So Diana and the Luther Change. Who? These are the people dismantle that 19 women, they die every day. 330 children, they die every day. 21, they die brutality. 21, they died through road fatal accident. If we had a good minister of health, these are the people they should rob it. They should rob the government and sit in the cabinet and say, hey, 19 women are dying every day, we need more money. 19 women are dying every day, we need to reduce. 330 children, they die every day, we are losing a nation. We are losing young people. 21, they die through brutality. That should stop. These are the people who should apprehend all those bad guys. Then in 21, they die through road traffic accidents. Then they should demand the Minister of Transport, is it Katumba, to come up with the ideal policies to reduce those fatal accidents. They should rob their cabinet for more money, for Matia Kasaja. These are the dismantlers, I'm telling you. These dismantlers, if they join their head together, they put in good heads out there, and they can bring Uganda back to its good days. But as we stand for now, they are dismantling, they are dismantling, they are dismantling, they are dismantling. Janet Museveni, let me tell you how you are dismantling. Uganda was far better. Makerere University you have diluted. That is the start. You have, under you as a minister, they put fire on a big building on Makerere University because your husband was required to deliver academic certificate. And next time we know Paulo, is it Paul Namaye? She was announcing, the documents, academic documents from 7 were caught into fire. So this is why I'm saying NUP comes in power. We are going to have digital ministry. Digital! That if the fire catches Kamocha, we still have a backup. That you can come and bring down the office, we shall have a backup. So this is why for me, I'm lobbying for digital ministry. We don't need all these ministries. It's wasting time. So Janet Museveni, under you, education has been diluted. When education diluted, it affects the whole level. This is why you see people, they hate people who are educated because they come and speak as if the opposite. They do things the opposite because we have lost a lot. Education has been diluted. What do I mean? We had about 3 good universities. Now Uganda has got about 47 universities, but they are diluted. They are not up to the standard. We can have more. We have even, is it Bad Black as a chancellor? What is she, Nina? Bad Black. Freddy Rumbuye yangu wako wano. Freddy Rumbuye lekera okubeera eyo ng'otulabire. Olina okujjanga ne tukulaba Fred. Wano abantu twakulwanirira. Abantu ffenna tusuddeyo akabega. Netandika okugira mu akaunti z'omwana wattu. Kale ekyo nkimaze mbadde sikenda ye lwaki ngenzeeyo. As who Lusa change. Now Nina, thank you very much. Yesterday I caught up with your video last night after work. You can see as who Lusa change. Inviting people to donate, and in Uganda you'll be very naive to donate your organs. Under this government, you have to be careful. They are inviting you point blank. Ono musazi ajja n'essowaani n'akugamba omulwadde wo yasuza atya ng'olabye naye ng'alina essowaani n'akambe n'alinda luteme n'alyoka amutyomola. Luther Chen, you a carnivore, my dear. You cannot do this. Of all the headlines we have in Uganda media, that there is human traffic organs, which is not rumor, which is not a gospel, is evidence. And then you tell people to donate. For me, I call you a carnivore. How can you call people to donate their organs when we have got organs being sold, traffic? So NRM is running out of money, and they are trying very much for ways to fund. And they are catching Uganda, because Uganda now, they will give them 10,000, and then they will say, take my organ. When people, they are going to get millions in US dollars, not in shillings. So Luther changes who? Do you care 19 women that die every day? NUP will transform Uganda and the Ministry of Health, because they say mother and child will be called gift. Echirabo. We promised, and it is doable, that we are going to have a hospital at every referral. Is it every sub-county? We are going to have all that. It's going to be there. So NUP is taking you, not like people, they have got to go to Mulago. From Arua to Mulago. By the time you took to Mulago, you are dead. By the time you want to Mulago, you don't have money. Transportation catches you. In Mulago, you don't have support. Family is not coming for you. So Luther Chen, how do you take us under Diana Twin? Diana Twin, you build the flats and flats. Very good, very beautiful. But that was during the lockdown. And then Minister of finance comes and tells us Rubawa Hospital shouldn't be built, was not built because of the bad weather. My dear, come to Europe. Europe full of weather, snow, winter, autumn, what? But their buildings, they never stop. So how comes in Uganda they stop? Because of bad weather. What bad weather? Heavy rain, is it too dry? And then we have other people who are building houses during lockdown. So what is happening? So Ruth Achenya as who? As who, Mama? You are a woman MP. What do you care about women dying every day during labor in avoidable circumstances that they cannot get to hospital? Then they will have rupture of uterus. That when they are in theater, there is no electricity. Then they use these touch phones. That they don't have after delivery. So after delivery kit. What have you done? You never go to hospital. All you want to do is launch. What are you launching? You launch only three trucks as a freezer. Ruth Achenya, what is our 5 billion trillions US dollars you borrowed? So these are dismantlers as who? Ruth Achenya as who? Janet Museveni as who? Matia Kasaja as who? Museveni as who? Big. Then we have got this man. Is it Murira or Murika? Is the Minister of Public Service. That's who? Do you care about that office? Is in charge of creating jobs. How many jobs have they created? All Ugandans, they are going abroad. Economic, political, but they are going abroad. All Ugandans, they suffer in Arabic countries. They are giving Museveni's daughter license to export Ugandans abroad. How much of all this young population we have in Uganda, you don't care about creating jobs? You can't find ways of creating jobs. NUP is going to transform our Uganda. They promised 5 million jobs. NRM promised 1 million jobs. Since Museveni was sworn in, we want to know how many jobs have you created so far? How many jobs will you create next year? How many jobs before we become to a next election? So as we stand today, NUP has got answers. I'm not flattering. I'm not building up this. NUP has got the best manifesto because we have the wheels. NUP has got the voice of the people. NUP will listen to us. So where we stand, Uganda needs a new leaders. These dismantlers, they are not going to change. For 36 years, we've been there. For 36 years, they don't care. 36 years, everything is going worse and worse and worse. So these dismantlers, they are not going to change. You'll be naive to believe them. For you, Museveni has got a timing. Whenever it suits him, whenever he wants votes, he say, okay, those on wetlands, leave them. Okay, those who are corrupt, okay, I will deal with that. Now, Museveni has who came out and said that not under his leadership, people, they will be killed. They will be killed. And those culprits will not be brought into justice. It happens. And Museveni, what is happening to our constitution, Article 69, which says Uganda is under multi-party. And when you talk about good governance, multi-perspective is one of them. So you are being caught. You don't allow, then you send Segrinya, you send Sewanyana, Machete, Olivia to prison. I take this moment to say hello to people under incarceration. Those we know, those we don't know. There are so many people. Kakwenza said there are people who don't even know the day when they have forgotten everything. Yesterday, somebody posted, Ashraf Kasiri posted somebody called Bukenya has been in jail for 2 years. Please retweet and say free. The more we retweet, the more the account goes up. So these people, they don't care. The who, they don't care. They send our Ugandans, civilians into military code. So I send my greetings to you people who are in prisons. And I pray for you. I hope you hold out. I hope you come back when you are strong. I hope you hold on to the last. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. These people at that time when they're gonna let you, we don't know when they will free you. But time they will come, they will have to free you. Nothing is lasting forever. But these who they are dismantlers. Owilo is there in justice. He's watching drama in the court, and then they come and say it's emotions. You know what? They don't deserve to be leaders of Uganda. So Uganda, NUP has got an overall. We are going to overall all this. When we come in power, we are coming to overall. One thing I'm telling you, comfort, don't run away from Uganda, because we want to teach you what Uganda is about. We are going to be civil, because we are called the National Unity Platform. We don't have time to take grudge on people. We are going to be civil. What do I mean civil? David Kiza, if nominated, I'll be on that committee of what? Of inquiry. Then we invite you, Matia Kasaja. What did you do this? You explain. All the information will be there. Why did you do it? Then we give you a punishment. Punishment is not beating, is not what? It's not going to be those who were let down like a Temangaro. No, it's going to be civil. Then we invite Ireru. Okay, those people who died in Kasese, how did they die? Then we invite Balaam. Why would you promote a UPDF officer when you know it's against our constitution, Article 208(2)? Why did you go on these parties from host? So we are going to apprehend these people. So it's going to be civil. It's not going to be the iron fist which Museveni uses, that he will hit people, he will prison people, he will injure people, they will die. That is not the new Uganda we are going to. But we have got these dismantlers. We have got many and many and many. And with the time I'll be coming and talking about these dismantlers. Unfortunately, these dismantlers, they will go. And they will have to go. So we need to hold what we have. We need to pursue. We need to persist. I'm calling people who feel that they are tired. Don't be tired, please. Don't be tired. I'm calling you. Those who feel like I give it a break. There is no break. To simbu de fetwa simbula. Tewali break. Bobango oli ku break, people are going to die. Bobango oli ku break, schools are not there. When ngoli ku break, togenda kubera na dagala mu ddwaliro. Ng'oli ku break, tewali mirimu Kampala. Ng'oli ku break, ogenda kusula mu slums. Ng'oli ku break, tewali ntambula nnungi. Ng'oli ku break, nga corruption babba yeeyongera bwengu. Ng'oli ku break, nga munnayuganda tokyannaboogerera. Ng'oli ku break, nga amagye gajjudde buli wamu wonna. Ng'oli ku break, ng'olaba ssente za Uganda zonna zijunguluse. Ng'oli ku break, ng'osulira kikomando, ng'osulira buugi. Kati nno mbayita mukomewo. Nammwe abagenze eri ne babawo obusente mukomewo. Kubanga tuli mu Uganda efunze, tewali gye mugenda. Tewali bino bye mwekazakaza mujja kubeera mu buyinza mujja ekyo is just a matter of time. It's just a matter of, we've had nothing. You are not going to be in power because we are in a revolution. Revolution nabagambe genda yetolola bwe. Nze Debbie wenchitanga ninajja. Bwenchitatu Musime ngajja. Bwenchitanga Musoka ajja. Bwenchitanga Abdu ajja akikwata. Tewali. Ate buli wozuka olwale n'obogwamu amaanyi gwe tokitya tofaayo. Okiraba? Nebaza nnyo bannange who have costed me. Nebaza nnyo bannange abasasula nze okubeera wano. Nebaza nnyo mwenna abaze ku programu ne muleetayo comments. I thank everybody hosting me. I thank you people watching me. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for your comments. For me, there is nothing bad or good comment. I'm here to be corrected. I'm not an angel. So it's today. Today is the 7th of July. Oh, Britain bajjukira abantu be battira wali. 2022 is Demikiza Azores. All these dismantlers, they have to go. But NUP will transform Uganda because we have tested the NRM for 36 years. Let them test us. When we said we are going to pay teachers very well, we have been proven. When we say we are going to handle corruption, we have been proven. When we say we are going to fight disease, poverty, and ignorance, we have been proven. When we say that we have got a quad A, education, academics, arts, athletics, and the agriculture, we have proven that is the best. So NUP is going to transform Uganda. We have the tools, we have got the material, we got the people, we got the brains, and we are available for change. We are not like these people who are rigid. Dismantlers, they are rigid. Tuliko analog ffe tetumanyi, there is no money, tetumanyi abateacher mwayombye mwakoze bubi, we have met them, and you teachers nze when nakimanyi I've always said it, but Uganda nze kati mbamanyi where something is going to start and end. You see, abakunga tujinoonyeza amagezi, abakunga tuleme tujinoonyeza akagamba, tujinoonyeza amagezi tulabe nti twenunula twejja kuona omusajja, twejja kuba n'abantu. Naye bwe tunaatula ne tugamba nti tekisoboka, era kigenda kubanga tekisoboka. Ab'ensaasi muzikube, abakkiriza mu Katonda muzikube, abakkiriza mu bizungiriza, abakkiriza mu biki, byonna byonna abaana ba Palestine, Omuyisirayiri nga bamugoba wali, Nazi Sawala, ono omusajja ow'egundi nga yagoba nga yawangula Abaisirayiri. Gomanya Abaisirayiri kye bategeeza mu bintu by'okulwanyisa tebasoboka, naye naziwala yabajjayo. Ekyo kiri into history, era ekyo baasemba nakyo. Neyanziza nnyo. You called me at the beginning, sorry. Chotoli Rodel Fadil Mayanja Yadawa. That man used to analyze things very well. My humble says, Fazil Mayanja bakuita komawo, Aisha Katende akuita komawo, Fazil obawa umula olino komawo, tewali kwegayirira. Bino bye tuli mu byala ali obimanyi. Fazil, comrade. Babantu bakuita komawo. Tonyiga tobeera na ntondo. Wana abantu bakuvuma ne bakola ekirina kisijjako. Nzibone siwulira na buzibu omuntu nga nvumidde wano ku line. Kinjijako ki? Ovuma screen yino ne bwe mbisoma ng'onvumye sirina ne kyembitwala mu gono. Abantu oba bavuma bavume. Fazil oli teacher now. We should be familiar with all this morning whatever. Fazil huyo Aisha Katenda akuyise yangu wako mangu Fazil. Tewali bya kwegayirira Fazil. Kunga tuli ku Uganda Fazil yangu wako. Aisha Katende kati olaba waka wakufiira kaawo. Obadde otya musomesa. Tuweeyo obudakiika 2-3. Tunaalabiraawo. Yadda ku Twitter fena gye tuli. Bane tuli bize tukola tudde eno naye osuulayo kamu. Kati olwaleero nina okgendako ku Twitter sinnagendayo. Nina okgendayo ne nkolayo buposti bwange. Era ne mmanya nti olunaku ndumaze naye ku Facebook nabo ngenda kubukola. Fazil yangu wako ate munnange esimu yange wagigera. Nali badde nkubirako abikwasaganya edda. Hey, people power, our power, NUP everywhere, NUP salute. Nange nkwagala nnyo pa.